me and Renmar both. It's just like, yeah, I think that happened last night. And I know exactly what you mean. So Onic Philippines, they decide to go and opt for the glue pick to go ahead and bring that in the XP lane. So interesting. Final thoughts here, Renmar, on the drafts.
All right, I like
register the entire effort's useless.
I really love that you mentioned Kellera, because as much as I really do agree, hold on, Fato. Look at that. Renegade might be in trouble here. Going down first blood. No ultimates yet. No shortcut or anything. Means he's going to go down, but Demon Kite does allow him.
The Purify from US, so he barely could position himself in a spot that would guarantee space for Aurora.
This is better though. This time, Tsunami Slam is on. And here we go with a pincer here coming in from Edward and Renegade. They're basically tanks though. Edward's a good damage. Will not be usable yet on Masha. Here comes the shortcut. They're diving in on King Kong. And King Kong gets taken down.
the Sigma King falls. Now Super Friends falling back.
Oh boy, great follow-up from Aurora. Super Friends trying to get some of that HP back.
Spotted him. Brusco to the scene. How'd Renegade get back there?
Oh my goodness, Renegade out of nowhere here. Getting another kill for Edward. This time around, King Kong is gone. No more Turtle Retribution available here. Shortcut is still active. They could go back if they want to. They could also bring Kirk maybe, but looks like that's not going to be a thing. They're going to just whittle them down slowly, force a flicker out, and then just keep the fight going.
Why walk? That's how he got there. Why walk? And Onic did not check that portal.
Yep, there are some crazy back and forths that are happening right now. Like the timings. And Onic Philippines seems like they're struggling, but they go for the engage.
Yeah, that's a beautiful engagement. Renegade will be able to still activate the shortcut, and actually was enough to keep him alive, but only for a moment. Double kill for Doming though. That means that's going to be stacked going into that Granger. Now Demon Kite is on the jungle. Here on a bit of a pincer maneuver. Edward! Like a bullet straight into Super Friends, going to be able to at least push him back, but no kills happening.
Yeah, it's only been 7 minutes, but just look at how they've constantly invading.
This is absolute domination here. Portal is active on that shortcut, and Kirk is all alone here on the front. They can't really go near, but they will be able to take out the Hitman.
Renegade is costing them so much.
Scale denial.
Yeah, if they do that, King Kong gets punished. Here comes Kirk.
And they're trying to do this. Kirk is the one trying to do the punish, and the stick gonna come in. Yue is so far away from home though. Shortcut is active once more, but this time around looks like a better engagement coming in from Onic, using that Tsunami Slam to isolate Renegade.
Yep. And for Aurora to deal damage to almost all of them. And now, though...
Oh, this could be big here. Renegade getting pulled back in. Shortcut is active, but he will go down. There goes Kellera with the crossbow of Tang. But Kirk, their big front line, is now out of commission. They're going to have to back off here.
2 for 1. Again, the Hitman capable of buying so much away from the Super Famine.
Oh!
Kellera Wintertron!
Oh my goodness, that win chant was right on time. 1 second less.
Oh god, Lord's inside the base. What a synchronized push by Aurora!
This is a huge push. There's just no way that you can deal with all of this. Everyone is clumped together with a big feathered airstrike from Yue, and that's gonna be it for game number 1. It's gonna be Aurora taking him out.
The defending champions seem to still have some thoughts about yesterday, and this did feel like a game that they were all in on.
They came from 2 different sides, and they made it work. A shortcut.
Yeah, they get a lot of damage. They supplement. Again, there's another lineup that just supplements the carry and the Farsa together.
Yeah.
Dominic and Yue are going to have a happy game this time around. Again.
Brusco Hero or King Kong.
Oh, there you go. Called it earlier.
Oh man, it goes with the Lancelot. Again, so yeah, Brusco on the roam, Baksha that solves the issue. And hey, we saw when it was picked up yesterday, man, in Game 5. We saw how...
But Demon Kite, he's quick to respond, and he's the one starting things up.
They're actually getting started here, and they're focusing on the Fredrin. Very interesting choice here. And now they're fighting with very low HP bars, and King Kong will be able to get that turtle and just buff up his teammates just a little bit more, forcing Aurora to disperse.
Icing on the cake, King Kong focused on the... You can't play it like this, just objective-wise. Now Renegade gets caught once more.
Yeah, Renegade again in trouble here. No flicker to save him this time around. Oh, actually he's back on.
What?
Wow. That was a short cooldown, but you're not going anywhere. Super Friends pulls him back.
Especially considering the backers in their hands, but Yue!
Oh!
That was so good right there for King Kong. Gets answered immediately by Demon Kite, but it feels like Aurora are just trying to cauterize the wounds here. They'll get another kill into the Super Friends. He's on a killing spree, Leo.
Super Friends and Brusco, 2v1.
Just even diving under that second turret. Oh, force him to fight on top side though. Beautiful engagement. 3 on 1. No chance for King Kong to make it out.
That was so quick. The flicker into the...
Onic forced out the feathered airstrike, so I think that's a very confident turtle going over to King Kong.
And it was Brusco who started it all. Now they're going for mid.
Big knockup into the Tsunami Slam, but there's just no coordination whatsoever on the side of Aurora. Everyone is just running for their lives, Leo.
Unfortunate. To be fair, I think Renegade was taking away Onic from his backline, all right? That's why he brought him there, but it cost him his life. It was worse. Even Edward had to pay the price, but que sera, when you're down 4K like this, fresh off a turtle take, and Onic means business, this is what you can expect to happen.
Yeah, and it was really surprising to see that the crossbow of that was still casted.
And there you go. This time around, no fear whatsoever in the eyes of the Super Fam. Looking at Aurora head on and looking at them under their towers.
It's only been 8 minutes, but look at this. Even Renegade. There was no need for him to go for the Wind of Nature immediately, but Renegade...
Oh, straight into the fight. I think that was a pretty forced Tsunami Slam. He's going to go down as well with a few easy hits. King Kong playing it under these 2 turrets. And again, no fear whatsoever in the eyes of the Super Fam.
Cydek Perez almost gave them...
Used just yet by Onic Philippines.
Look at Onic, they're starting to go to the drawing board. They're looking for an angle of attack. And they are attacking a west way they know how. Right in the front, right to the base of their opponent. Diving in, that's going to be King Kong going down though. But where is Kelra? What's Kelra looking like? He's going to be forced to back off. That's 2 members going down for Onic. This attack is not as clean as I thought it would be.
For the first time in a while, Onic suffer casualties. 2 for 2. Edward and Demon Kite for Kirk and King. But the onslaught continues. Oh, what is this?
Okay, nice try here from Renegade, but that's going to be purified out of the way. 4v5 right now. Onic is on a rampage. They're just not stopping for anybody. Edward can't even put down the Appraiser's Wrath in time. And now it's an empty base. 3 members of Aurora to defend against an onslaught of Onic members. It's just impossible to fight. Demon Kite goes down even after that full combo, and that's game number 2 in the bag for Onic.
The inevitable win for the Super Fam here. 1-1 on the board. Onic PH.
They had their individual highlights in this game. Even up until that very last moment, that flicker, dark wave, setting things up, making sure that Aurora will no longer be able to defend back.
Yesterday, right? What, a couple times maybe? So a couple times in the series that we had yesterday, and there's the Jawhead and the CC. Okay, so we're getting the Jawhead. What? And then I was thinking what else you would pick, right? Super Friends, what else do you have in there? And he's one of the few players that made this hero make a statement so far in Season 15. How do you feel, Redmar?
Yep, I did not expect...
this turtle.
Yeah, that turtle is going to be pretty solid for Onic. I don't think there's any danger immediately unless Renegade does stuff like this. Look at that. It's Brusco up on front, zoning it up as much as he can for King Kong to take it with the Retribution. Demon Kite missing out on the few cables here, but there you go. Tsunami Slam slows them down only for a moment, going down to the Galea, but the rest of the team from Onic is actually in trouble.
What?
Oh my goodness.
King Kong gets thrown back to the wolves. In comes the rest of Aurora.
Oh, it's a maniac!
What?
Mr. Consistent with the perm. He's feeling himself. Gets a maniac to open up game number 3. The bottom.
Oh! Force the flicker out of Kelra, and that is going to be huge.
And Aurora were able to find their footing, but now Kelra,
Kill. Demon Kite, again, pretty easy to dodge those SODs if you are a fan cabling in and out. Takes that kill pretty easily, but look at that, despite that maniac, Edward given a hard time here on top side.
Thou shalt not touch Abun Jing Jing.
Keeping it tight here. Coming in with a Tsunami Slam. Brusco, that's a perfect target. Edward is out. No current call available. Means that they can kind of go crazy. But here comes Dolmen Kai and Demon Kai. That combo is so scary. The damage is just erupting.
DK coming in so fast.
Oh!
He was glitching. Domikai gets hit by the spear.
The Fanny. So there's at least one member in Aurora who could actually deal with him, and that's what we were talking about.
There's a solo kill you get when you have a Fanny again. Not so surprising, but what's surprising here, Super Prince once more forced out of a flicker, keeping the team fight going. Kirk is gonna have to take a back step here, but he is trying to get in with an Infernal Pursuit, but not gonna be enough to slow down Aurora. And this time around, it's gonna be the Northern Lights with control of the Turtle Pit.
Final one going over to Aurora, and make sure you get the taunt on 2 solid targets.
Yeah, the thing is, it's always Renegade going in first, but it seems like this time around,
It's going to be a different guy targeted here. Renegade flickers out, but will go down to the Appraiser's Wrath. That's a -1, but curtain call already casted by Edward. Here comes Demon Kite, but I don't think he's ready for the party. Just not dressed quite there yet. I think he only has some shorts and slippers.
Fight for V5. Oh no, Onic blitzing the
boy.
Lord.
I don't know if they can answer this. There's a good knockup from the Lord. He's going to be the Phantom 5th man. And there goes Edward going down. Yue still keeping it steady. But even the feathered airstrikes will not be able to slow down Onic right now, who only has Demon Kite and Doming up on toe against 4 members. Make that 5.
Lord still standing, and Onic PA scores!
And they get it. There you go. The Lord going over to Onic this time around.
what a clutch title strike coming in from Brusco just to deny that or even when this entire Maniac, when Edward was able to position himself well earlier, now they're taking advantage of all that. Wait!
Yep, capitalizing right now on one going down. It's Renegade again, the victim of the Tsunami Slam. Edward still available as a frontline, but only for a moment. He is actually very low as well, forcing Rora to go back.
That
One
was
for one.
a
I
difficult...
think they will blitz it out this time around. King Kong getting that Lord, and the fight is going to be very, very bad here for Aurora. But Super Prince on a different angle. They're jumping, they're piling onto each other, and there you go. Aurora members free remaining. Make that just Yue, and I think that could be Onic running it down mid.
11-11, make a wish. At the 14-minute mark, Onic just forced Aurora to play in the paint, and Aurora can't do that!
It's a wipeout for Aurora! And you did mention it's exactly the angles that Super Prince just played around with.
Beautifully done. It's Onic Philippines in game 3.
Match point for the Super Fam in the upper bracket semis, 1 game away from dropping Aurora to the lower bracket.
Can't believe my eyes. Super Prince, whenever he gets...
Picked up the Kimmy.
So this is a Brusco hero we're looking for?
Yeah.
Or no, a Kirk hero or Brusco.
Yes, it's still flex. Whoa, golly.
The old signature. All right, Renmar, how are we feeling about this one? How's the draft? It's match point right now for Onic Philippines. Is this enough?
It's down to Renegade and Brusco. I'm gonna leave it as simple as that. Better roam, better positioning, better vision given, you win.
You win.
Storm yet for Brusco means that they're not so scary yet. Demon Kite, though, could have Super Prince in his sights.
Crimson Beacon away, Prince pulls the trigger. Edward holding his ground, goes for the Baksha Unite. I wonder if they know that King Kong is still taking his orange. Both teams taking their time.
I think they are. They do feel that. Where is King Kong right now? Is about to get into the fight, but it's going to be Brusco going down. Might be a little too late. Super Prince going down as well means that King Kong will probably just back off for the meantime.
Oh no, they caught Kirk. Onic
The
took...
lead, there are less things to worry about for Aurora.
Yeah, long and short of it, Aurora now 2,000 gold lead approaching. Oh, trash and pull started!
Oh, that is a beautiful ulti for Yue. Again, Super Prince being picked off over and over again by Demon Kite using that shadow kill.
I was gonna say...
So they have to be extra careful about the kills that he's gonna get.
Look at that, 4-man squad, picked at 5, trying to block the purple buff from being stolen, but I don't think it's going to be enough. King Kong actually loses his purple, and Aurora will also get a kill on Brusco there with the beautiful placement of the Zaman Force.
And of course, it's Aurora asserting their dominance once more, displacing Onic from their own jungle. King Kong knows what this feels like. Just yesterday, he was bullying a Ling.
Kirk trying to defend, they're trying to fight back again.
Edward gonna get a lot of tower hits and will not be able to survive long enough, but look at that. The pushback is very, very strong from Aurora with a kill as well onto Kelra.
Oh, they're not done. Super Friends.
Oh my goodness, they're just going back for more here. Even under the turret, Aurora are just firing on all cylinders.
Oh, imagine having to lose 2 bodies just to defend that mid lane turret. And King Kong, the only thing he could do.
Oh my
There it is.
goodness.
He built it.
2 Sky Piercers already for Aurora. But
Edward again being caught up, but this time around the turret will be falling. He's gonna go down as well. But look at that. They're trying to punch him back. Demon Kite misses a few shots of that shadow kill, and now it's Onic who are on the hunt.
that
Hunting it
reminds me
down.
of something a lot.
Okay. That's going to be the red carpet to push back Aurora, but you know what?
Potentially burst down key members from Onic. Looking at Yue and Dom and Kai.
Oh,
Uh-oh, speaking of getting bursted down, that was very, very close. With the jump from Edward, barely missing King Kong. Here comes the Traction Pulse, pulling back Brusco as well. Again, forcing him up, but look at that. That was a feint. They were busy with Kelra on top.
we missed the sequence, but...
Not very Sigma.
Oh no, Lord crashing through mid, popping that holy defense. Onic's gonna lose something here, one way or another.
That's right, and the Traction Pulse again, pulling back Brusco. Is going to be fighting back with his own Raging Sandstorm, though. Look at that. Edward now on the mercy of the turret. Demon Kite trying to get some damage in, but no casualties, at least for now here.
Oh my god!
But it's King Kong on the back. He's looking for blood, but will be answered immediately almost by Demon Kite.
And that thing
That's from Aurora. And Kirk has to start things up.
Yeah, Lord's starting to set up already with a 2-man knockout for Edward and Demon Kite. King Kong is close by. He's joining the fight. There goes the red carpet. And Dolmen Kite is very happy to just take these targets one by one. 2 will fall, but the retribution on the Lord will go over to Onic. They're going to have to run, though. They are running. King Kong's getting chased down. Yua with the flicker as well. J, just with a little bit of flair, takes down King Kong as well.
Aurora are taking no prisoners. It's just Super Friends left, and yes, Onic do score a Lord, but Aurora wanna end.
They're looking at that turret. They are spamming all the emotes they can, waiting for the perfect time to wait for that Lord and take care of it, clean it up. But look at that, Demon Kite. Oh my God, did he get killed?
Earlier, and King Kong also just picked up his Blade of Despair earlier, but the purple buff, they need to contest for this. Oh no!
Oh, look at that, having to take it 2 down, pulling him back with a Traction Pulse, but now they are gonna have to run with the help.
Lead over the Super Fam, and they're looking to blitz the Lord. Less than half health.
They are blitzing it, but looking like they're trying to go for Kirk as well. Running it down with the Glorious Pathway. King Kong is ready with a retry, but they choose to reset. They take down Kirk as well as Brusco. Double kill for Yue. They're chasing it up. J, he finds the target. He finds Kelra, and now he's chasing him. 2-man knockup once more for the Hitman, and you are surrounded. They get taken out. It's King Kong on his lonesome.
Aurora have wiped out Onic effectively. Technically, King Kong is a non-factor in the next few moments of game number 4.
And there they officially wiped them out. And we're actually seeing a game 5.
It's time to clear it out, says the lights, and we are slowly getting into game number 5.
All the way. Our Season 14 Grand Finals rematch is going all the way. Aurora and Onic, 2-2.
Oh my goodness. You see how happy the lights are, the Northern Lights. This feels so nostalgic. It feels like just a couple of months ago that they're able to make.
And they've got the really the front line covered here. Aurora, the last pick. We mentioned this from Kirk earlier on. The Edith this time around, he's going to go for it and put it in the XP lane.
I mean, it does kind of like work well against lineups who just want to keep going in. It can go. He did pick up, but oh, hold on, Edwards.
Yeah, very early on, 2v1 with a Phobius that doesn't really have the ultimate, but it looks like it's going to be a trap. It's Demon Kite to the rescue. Might have not used the shadow kill, but will be able to at least get into the fight. King Kong, he's low. Edward used the flicker, and he says, you know what? It's worth it. I'll take that kill. Zas Dominator's descent. So I'm looking for that. Again, using it for survival, at least for now. But the fight is actually happening near Keller, and Renegade, he's going to get caught out here. And the backup is close, but and trying to get close to Kelra. Demon Kite as well. Demon Kite is dealing with 3 people here. I think that's an overall net loss for Aurora. They are able to take Keller as a consolation prize.
That's a 2-for-1. Renegade and Demon Kite
to take the fight, but no one's actually biting here for Onic.
That's a conceal though. Are they going in?
Looks like they are. That's a 2-man knockout from Kirk with Earth Shatter. There goes the Primal Wrap, but he's going to get taken out before he even can let down a single bullet. And now it's going to be King Kong from the back, or from the side rather, facing off against Renegade Demon Kai, while there's also a bit of a fight happening with Yue getting taken out by the, this time around, Super Friends.
3-for-1. Kirk for Edward, Yue, and Demon Kite. I think Onic can smell it in the water. Blood like sharks still circling. Demon Kite and Renegade checking range. King Kong jumping through. No one home for the purple.
Okay, not what I expected,
right,
especially if you were King Kong. Maybe right on time though. Again, 3-man from
Aurora in the succeeding fights, but they go for the setup first.
And there goes the setup that we're talking about. Brusco very happy to take it into Edward. Can't really join the fight anymore, even with Infernal Pursuit. And now they are getting picked off one by one. Renegade is going to go back first. Low is going to be Edward and Domenkite, so they can't really go hard. King Kong,
in order to take control of this area, but Brusco still will try to scout them either way.
Let's split push.
Brusco's on the side. There's also a push happening on the bottom. There you go. He's looking for Demon Kite actually, and he actually gets taken out. That's going to be Retribution removed from Aurora. Make that 2 members going down as well. And now it's a disaster. Everything's falling apart for the Northern Lights in this game.
Demon Kite, the lone survivor of Onyx onslaught.
And Brusco didn't need the flicker. He just walked towards Demon Kite, who unfortunately
midair. So,
wait, he's been in midair for a while. He got knocked up by the Lord and then the Way of the Dragon.
King Kong 1v1 kill up top.
I don't. How did that even happen? That was insane, and now it's just going to make the defense even a little bit more troublesome. Luckily for Aurora, though, no major objective on the map.
Is it just me, or am I smelling a wee bit of impatience? A little sense of urgency gone awry for Aurora. We're out of our breath. We're not in control. What do we do? And then they just they send resources where they shouldn't be.
Yeah, now Super Prince picked up the clock. He's a lot more tankier. But Renegade, oh no!
Definitely tankier. King Kong is in the middle there. He's distracting 3 members of Aurora. Actually getting the kill for Demon Kite as well. Or Demon Kite rather. And now they're going to have to just watch as the tower on the bottom will fall.
King for Renegade and Demon Kite. I'll take that trade any day, twice on Thursdays.
They have a wave still incoming.
Still have
in
a
the
wave.
mid lane. Brusco 2 has the flicker.
No fear with the Dominator's Descent. That's going to be the ultimate from Disaster, removed from the map, as well as its owner, Yue. And Demon Kite and Edward are going to be left on the zone. I don't think that they're going to stand a chance here, and they're going to focus it down. Edward trying to keep them, trying to push him back, though. Oh my goodness, it's a double. And that's a wipeout for Onic Philippines. Rora's running in.
They're taking no prisoners. King Kong just respawns in the nick of time, but technically, that was a wipeout.
Why do we keep saying Throwback Thursday? This is a different version of what we saw the last time these 2 teams met. It's the complete opposite than ever. Aurora are able to successfully pull this off, but the timers are still low.
Just wailing away. Lord approaching half health.
You're going to have to check the map here. Aurora, feel it out. Where is King Kong going to come from? Demon Kite is very, very vulnerable as well as Doming, but there was a flicker coming in. It's King Kong with a Lord Steal! And they're going out with hands held high. Brusco got caught though. He tripped a little bit, and I think that's enough. Onic very, very happy with that.
That was the perfect timing that King Kong was building up to all series long. He failed in game 4, but not here, not now.
And prior that, he forced out the flicker from Edward. So now they don't have it in the hands of the Phobius, but they were the flickers are all available, be it for Kirk or be it for Brusco.
Concealing Renegade.
Renegade on the back. He's trying to do a pincer maneuver here, but will be spotted out. Onic up on front. He's going to get knocked up non-stop here. Popping up on the immortality. got a good catch here on the Brusco, but I think they bought just enough time. That's 2 members going down for Aurora, Renegade, and Doming, and now they're getting chased down by the rest of Onic Philippines. That is going to be it with that wipeout. It's Onic for the win.
The Super Family is going to the upper bracket finals. History repeats itself as the defending champions take down their rivals, both trailblazers of a new era in MPL Philippines. 3-2, Onic Philippines.
And I guess this completes Throwback Thursday. It's the exact same outcome, be it a best of 7 or a best of 5. I admire how Onic Philippines are able to adjust and respond to everything Aurora decided to bring out in this game, just like that, with their very own set of surprises.